Okay. So I was just delivering a pizza to a house, and my GPS said in 1.1 mile take a left. 1.1 mile. Did not say 1.1 miles. And at first I was thinking, oh, 1.1 mile? I thought it was 1.1 miles. Because when you think about it first, it makes a ton of sense why it's 1.1 miles. Because, our whole lives have been thinking, anything more or less than 1 mile, it would end in, with an S, would be miles. Because it's multiple of, or like a fraction of, like 0.5 miles, 0.1, I don't know, I'll get to that in a sec, 0.2 miles, 0.3 miles. But that kind of got me thinking, though. Maybe the GPS is right in this 1.1 mile. Because when you think about it, you see 1.2 miles, 1.3 miles, but 1.0 miles. Why does 1.0 miles end with an S when it's in reality just 1 mile? Why is 0? Because here's what I'm saying. 1.0 miles. That sounds right, because 0 is supposed to be 0 miles. I think that's what really gets people. That's the trick with this little riddle, this little word riddle, is 1.0 miles. Okay, that makes sense, because the 10th is a 0. The decimal, the end decimal is a 0. Therefore, it has to end with an S. But when you think about it, which decimal would not end in an S? Because you see 1.0 miles, 1.1 mile, 1.2 miles, and when you think about that, that does make sense, because as long as the 10th ends in a 1, then it has to be, I'm not high right now. Okay, so if the decimal ends, wait, I have to turn silver plan. Oh yeah, take a left here. Okay, so the 10th, the last decimal, in which it would be 0.1. So you gotta understand that when you count from 1 to 10, or 1 something, 2 somethings, 3 somethings, you know that if you go from 1 to 10, that only one, when you think about it this way, that like one of those numbers has to end. Wait, am I right on this? I don't know, but when you think of it, okay, that was completely dumb, what that little analogy thing was. But you have to recognize when you go to the decimal parts, 1.0 miles is the correct thing to say instead of 1.0 mile. That is because the last decimal spoken ends in an S. So therefore, if the last decimal is 1, then in that case, it should be 1.1 mile. 1.01 mile would also work. 1.10 miles. That's how you say that. 1.10 miles. So that's fucking insane. I never thought about it this way about S's. I can't be the only one either. 1.1 mile. That's how it is. 1.1 mile. 1.01 mile also works. 1.010 miles does not work. The mile thing does not work. So it's miles. But 1.0001 mile, that's how it's said. That's just really weird to think about. I want to see if that's an actual rule, because based on what the GPS told me, either it's a typo or like some kind of error, or that's actually how it is. I want to see if that's actually how it is. 1.1 mile. Think about it. That's like unbelievable. 1 mile, 1.1 mile, 0.1 mile, 0.2 miles. I don't know, man. That's all I have to say about this whole thing. I want you guys to like say in the comments what you think the thing is. 1.1 mile or 1.1 miles. Because it could go either way. It really could go either way. I don't know. It could be. But yeah.